Countdown.
Okay, and we're live. So I'm going to share to a couple people.
Are we lit? Oh yeah, ready.
Give a couple people some time to get in here.
All right, so what we doing? You sharing?
Mhm.
So while she's sharing some stuff, as we just went live, um, I just want to first, before we continue, to say thank you guys for participating. Once she's done with her admin admin duty, she'll go ahead and start everything. But I just want to say thank you to everyone. Uh, like she said, she'll introduce herself, and then what we'll do is we'll just have everyone introduce themselves, say what they do, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
All right, I'll start it up.
No, I got
Oh,
it.
not yet.
Yeah, she got it. She's about to do it right now.
I just
Okay,
want to.
guys, what's up? It's your girl Amber Nicole, and this is my Let's Talk Fridays podcast. You already know what we do every other Friday. We are here promoting self love, confidence, and just being able to get out there and showing how important it is for us to be healed and whole and putting God first. So as you can see, I have this lovely group of people with me today. So I decided that we were going to do a men versus women edition. Normally it's just me talking and sometimes I might have another person on there, but I was like, you know what? Let me get some other opinions besides just two people. Let's get these men on here because we always hearing the women talk. Men don't really say too much. So let's hear the men on some of the stuff that we talk about and hear some of the controversy in there and what they got to say. Although we're mostly right, it's still important that we hear what they have to say, right?
All
Right.
right, let's see where this is going.
See how they started? See how they started already? Nah,
Got
we
it. Let's see how this
Anyway,
goes.
so as you guys can see, and you guys who watch me know who this is. This is my homie lover friend Chris. And you see everybody else on here. I'm going to introduce them and I'm going to let them tell them a little bit about what they do. But since you guys, Chris doesn't normally say what he does, so this time I guess I'll give him the opportunity to share with you guys what his expertise is.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's me, Chris. I own FTAC. It's a firearms training company. I specialize in training specifically the Black community in being educated, armed, and trained. I do train others, but the focus is training my community because the reality is we are behind the curve when it comes to knowledge of law, knowledge of firearms, being able to properly protect ourselves and our loved ones. So that's what I do. Firearms instructor. I run and gun, and I use my experiences to make everyone better. And that's just what I do. I provide classes and training for adults, youth, and families. So that's just it.
Y'all better get y'all license, okay? Because it's definitely very important. All right, Seema, what you do, girl?
Hi, everybody. I'm Seema Clark-Torian, your favorite confidence and transformation coach. And basically, what I do is I teach women how to increase their confidence and release their superpowers.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Sheila.
I am a life transformation coach specializing in women's wellness, specializing really working with women of color, showing them how to get well spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, then to be able to bring themselves out of chronic disease.
Nice. I love
Love
that. I
it.
love that. All right. Well, Bishop Anderson, we kind of see who you are, but go ahead and let us know.
Well, I'm so excited to be here tonight. Real quickly, I actually own a commercial finance firm, and we finance corporate or nonprofit and for-profit organizations and companies. I'm also an author of my latest book, You Have What It Takes, and I have a 90-day transformation program, which was just approved by our Leon County Sheriff's Office, and our bishop, like I told Jose. And so again, I'm excited to be here tonight and looking forward to this conversation.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Bishop.
Okay, Christine.
Hi everyone, my name is Christine. I am an attorney down here in South Florida. I've been practicing for almost 10 years. I am at a defense firm where I do homeowners insurance claim. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Cool, awesome. And who's that right next to you?
My girl Jasmine.
What's
Hi,
up, bro?
everybody. My name is Jasmine. I am also an attorney here in South Florida, and I also specialize in property defense. I work in-house for Universal, and I've been practicing for about 6.5 years.
All right, y'all, we got 2 attorneys here.
Boom, boom.
Beware, fellas, beware.
Yes.
Right.
All right, who's next?
Who's that? Tatiana.
Tatiana, go ahead.
Can y'all hear me?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. My name is Tatiana. I also would like to say I'm excited to be here tonight. I work for a company. It is Home Sweet Home and Metro Care Minnesota director. I work with clients that have severe mental health and disabilities, ages 18 through 55, transitioning into housing. Working with the mental health community and elderly community. That's what I do.
All right.
All right, awesome. And last but not least, my man, Mr. Walker.
I knew they were gonna say the best for last. Don't worry about it. I got a long list. But today I'm gonna tell y'all I'm a massage therapist in Orlando, Florida. Currently, I'm from Detroit. I'm just a poor rich kid from Detroit, Michigan. I do massage and catering down in Orlando now. I'm privileged to see and talk to you young ladies and gentlemen today, and let's get it going.
Okay, guys. So I have a series of 15 questions. I am not sure if we're going to get to all 15 questions, but each of us are just going to chime in on each question. And I'm just going to start and go in with question number 1. Let's get it done. Question number 1 is, should there be gender roles in relationships? So example, meaning should like the man be the one to pay the bills and the woman like cooks and cleans? Should there be gender roles in relationships?
Well, since everybody quiet, I'll say some. No, I don't
That's
think
a
that's
little
the case.
tricky.
Not especially not now in 2020. First of all, I'm gonna tell you what, in a relationship, everybody need to have a balance. Like I'm not good at washing dishes. I'm just not. Never been. I had a job washing dishes, and I still wasn't good at it. They demoted me and gave me a higher pay. It was crazy, but I don't wash dishes. I'm not good at it. I wash clothes, but I can't tell you the clothes don't come out the same color they went in. So it's not as much as gender roles. It's just everybody got in a relationship. Everybody needs to feed on the strengths you got. Like if you good at just going out and making money, go make some money. But don't feel like you owe somebody something, and then go that way. But in a relationship, it's all about understanding. So these gender role things, it don't count in 2020. Back in the day when when you could afford a house for $5 an hour, that was cool. But now you just gotta get in where you fit. That's my opinion.
All right. Anyone else want to chime in on that one?
I want to chime in because I just want to say my belief. For me, I would say that I think relationships nowadays are definitely partnerships. Where one person lacks, the other person kind of jumps in. I am a big firm believer in that. However, I do feel like a man is kind of like more of the leader of his household in a sense. So I do feel like men should take charge. I'm still old fashioned. I still feel like men should take care of their family and go to work and pay the bills and stuff like that. However, I do feel like whatever women do is extra.
So he should pay all the bills?
For me, I would have to say majority. But yeah, and I feel like whatever a woman does is just extra. But that's just for me personally. Now, like if my husband lost his job or something like that, or just in difficult hardships and times, that would be me to be the backbone and be like, okay, or whatever. We just work together as a team. But for the most part, I'm more. I would feel more, I guess, comfortable if the man was being a leader of the household as far as that goes when it comes to, I guess, financials and things like that. Maybe cooking and cleaning. I think, women probably do that more. However, it doesn't hurt if a
They
man
just do a
helps.
better job at it. That's all. I'm just saying. You gonna be married to your
Well,
husband
yeah,
if
I
he
mean,
clean the dishes wrong. That's it. You gonna have that spot on that one white plate, and that's a whole argument. I'm just
I
trying to.
can wash the clothes. I mean, it'd be nice if he might help fold them. I mean,
Right. All right. I hear you.
I'll chime in. I'm Tatiana. I really do, believe in biblical principles. And even though we are in 2020 and going into 2021, I do know, we're living in a different time, and couples should have those discussions early. So all of the ladies that I coach, I admonish them to have those discussions early and ask, do you, the same way you're asking right now, are you looking for a traditional marriage, which is some kind of what Tatiana is saying, traditionally meaning there are some gender roles. And yes, I might be making, pretty good money, which, Tatiana, you probably are too. But at the same time, I need you to come in here as a husband, as a leader, as a priest of this home, and I need you to handle it. Now, as the priest of the home, if you say, okay, Seema, you're bringing in this amount of money, I'm delegating off to you XYZ. I have no problem with that. I'll take care of it. I've been on my own since I was 19. I don't have any problems bringing what I bring to the table. Matter of fact, when I was married, we just put it in one account. Not too many people gonna do that this day and time.
Yeah.
Put their check in the account, right? So I did that, even though I made more money. But I do feel that for me, there may be sort of what I call a hybrid. But I want to lean more. My desire is to lean more on the traditional roles. Yes, I can cook, I can clean, I can do all that. But I tell you what, I ain't gonna go to work and make all the money and then come home and cook and clean too. Now,
you can't have it both ways.
You can't have it both ways. Now you're gonna have to pull up to the bump, as they say. But what I'm saying is, I think now some of the ladies that I have coached before, they do feel like, as far as a partnership, and we just whoever's good at it, do it. And you kind of end up getting that way anyway. But I'm with Tatiana. We want to start out this way.
Start out with him
Right,
taking
taking
the
this
lead.
precedent right now. And then on down the road, baby, listen, I'm not good at keeping the bills. That was me. I said, I'm not good with paying the bills because I'll be late and I have the money. And that's a shame. So he was better at it. You take care of the bills. And, I'm just not good at it. So you do have to have that conversation. The key to it all, ladies and gentlemen, is communication. You got to make sure that person understands off the top what you're looking for. And I want to encourage everybody, men and the women, do not be ashamed of what you desire. It is your right to want what you want. Okay?
Correct.
Well,
Correct.
I so respect that. I respect each and every one of you all's views. But I'm going to say this, and obviously I believe in biblical principles and bring that faith perspective. But I think we have to be dealing in reality, and reality is that this is the season of city girls, right? And so the truth of the matter is, city girls, and in today's culture, we're taught, and ladies and guys are taught, well, we got to be 50-50. This thing should be 50-50. You pay this, I pay that. If rent is $1,000, I pay $5, you pay $5. I'm gonna say this: every real man, y'all ladies,
come on with it, Bishop.
Every real man, it gives him extra some air in his chest or head or something to be able to say, you know what, baby, I got it. Keep your money. Don't worry about it. So I just believe that marriages, relationships, we both ought to be 100, because if you're 50 and I'm 50, if we leave each other, we're only half a person. And so me and my wife came into this thing 100. So
That's right.
That's my perspective.
Yes, I agree
I
with
like
that.
it, Bishop. I like it.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next question. So the next question is, y'all ready for this one? Is it okay for your spouse to have friends from the opposite sex?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
Go ahead, girl.
Oh yeah, of course.
Go ahead. Let Chris answer this one. He ready.
Nah. Well, yeah, I don't see an issue with it. If that's my friend, that's my friend. I don't. I think there's a lot of. I think people just are insecure because of several reasons: past trauma, past hurt, just being insecure because they're just insecure. And I think that plays a role in why a lot of people don't feel comfortable with their partner having a friend of the opposite sex. I'm cool with it because I have a lot of female friends, so I don't see an issue with it. But I know that a lot of women do not like their man to have female friends, especially
Look at
when
all
they're
these
female.
faces. These faces ready to go in. They ready.
Especially,
Do you mind if I take that?
Christine, go ahead. You had your hand up, girl. I seen you.
So for me, I don't have a problem with the person I'm with, being friends with, someone of the opposite sex. And while I do think at times insecurities may, play into how you feel about your partner having friends of the opposite sex, I think number one, if you're aware that your partner has a certain insecurity, I think you need to be aware of their emotional health and make them feel secure with whatever friendship you have. And I think if you do that and you're cognizant of it, then it won't be an issue because your job is to reassure them and, pour into them when they're feeling like, oh my God, who's this girl? Why is she calling you? The other thing is now we are in a day and age where a lot of things are acceptable that back in the day were not acceptable. So a lot of times, like I have one of my best male friends since like 1999. But I see new friendships where these females are not respecting boundaries. If you're friends with my man, let me tell you something. Number one, don't be FaceTiming him after 6 o'clock. If you off of work and you in your personal time, you don't need to be talking to him.
Well, come on with the timeline.
And if you are,
I agree.
10 o'clock, cool. 10 p.m. office hours.
You need to also be saying, "Oh, hey, Chris. By the way, how's Amber doing?" Show respect.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. I'm all with that one.
Boundaries, then that really won't be an issue. But it's when you start blurring the lines and being a little secretive or dismissing your partner's feelings if they feel a type of way. You may not
have a conversation in the car.
So, that's just my take on it.
all right, me and my sister about to go at it. Here we go.
Christine was completely in my mind because everything I wanted to say, she said. But I will add this. I think that there are things that are now acceptable in our culture, but you have to be honest. I think a lot of times people are not honest. You find out things later that have happened in that place.
They ain't real friends.
Right? They was together and all these things that then come out. And as a woman, my femininity also, is going to clash with that woman because a lot of things are not settled in that person's mind. You have to be honest with them and told them that you're really ready to move on. So just honesty, and then also the boundaries and respect all have to come into play. At the end of the day, I don't mind having a female friend, that person that you've known since elementary school or y'all grew up together, whatever. That is all wonderful. It's great. But you have to be honest with yourself and honest with your partner. and then let them make the decision. Is that okay?
Wait, wait. I'm gonna say something really quick, and then I'll let you rebuttal because I know you're gonna say something. So like Christine said, so here's my take on that. I also agree because I actually do have male friends, but once again, they are male friends from before Chris, so they ain't friends, and they're real friends, like not friends that try to holler at me and then they became friends, not friends that like they really are my friends. Like I would never be with this person. This is not somebody, like, no thanks. Even if they're attractive, they're not for me because of who they are, their character, all that. They're really my friend. So how I feel like when you have friends of the opposite, that there has to be boundaries set. Like she said, you can't be FaceTiming and calling him at 2 o'clock in the morning, at 12:30. Like, no, those are not conversations. Whatever you're talking about, you can wait till the next day to talk to him. What kind of friendships are you? What is a friend though? Also, like, are y'all hanging out or is it just phone conversations that y'all having? Like, we have to establish that boundary of where your friend is, and also your friend needs to know about me. Because if it's just your friend and she don't know nothing about me, well, what type of friend is that you can't even tell her that you're in a relationship with me, or that she can't pop up over our house with us both here? Like, that's not a friend if you got to talk to her in the car before you get in the house, or okay, she called me, I can't answer while Amber's sitting here, but I'm gonna call her when I'm on my way to the store real quick. Okay, that's not your friend.
Hey, Chris, don't let her put you in trouble like that, man. You ain't do nothing wrong, bro. You do your business. That's it, man. If somebody calling at 2 o'clock, just don't answer, man. She took that to heart.
And she needs to know this. You need to tell her what you did as a single man when y'all was talking at 2 o'clock in the morning. Now you in a relationship. Oh, I can't do that no more. Because now you're loyal to don't lie with her. It lies with me.
Because that's kind of like one of those things, like, you know, when you have like your female friends or like male friends, because I mean, I have like male friends or like people that I genuinely feel like I'm friends with them and I don't look at them in that type of way. But I also feel like, on the other hand, I am an attractive woman. I mean, so do my friends kind of maybe like me? I mean, I can't say, you know, you can never really say that. I mean, and that goes for male or female, but it might not be like, I guess maybe you guys maybe have to date or, you know, talking in that way or anything like that. But I just said, sometimes I think in those type of relationships, they can get a little bit tricky. If you are secure with yourself, which I would say, like, I'm a very, very secure person. But then let's say like my partner, it might not like me having male friends, because every man would say like, well, I feel like if a guy wants to be your friend, then he wants to have a sexual relationship with you. Is what most guys probably would think, you know, so they don't really want or feel comfortable like with a woman being friends with a male person. Can I bring my male friends around my partner? Yes, but then I would feel like my partner is territorial, so then he'll start kind of like being all weird or something, you know. And also females too, because like it depends on the female, because there's also very territorial females where it's like, you know, you kind of just like, okay, you can be like, hey, you know, how you doing? And the girl kind of looks, you know, give you the nose up, like, you know, who is this? You know, there's just weird, different scenarios and situations. But I do think having, you know, different connections on a respectful level, as long as people are respecting each other in your relationship and people know who your partner is. And if they just know you ain't going just in general off of the strength of like how you handle yourself as an individual, then I feel like you can kind of check that at the door. But then building relationships and having good friendships and different stuff, like if you're a loan officer, if you're in like different things, you know, you can network in lots of different ways that can really help people in the future. So you don't want to really block their blessings, you know, different things like that. So I just wanted to put that out there. But as far as female friends and male friends, I feel like I'm genuinely very secure with myself. So like if my man or somebody I was dating decided to go off with his female friend, I probably would be aware. I have very good discernment, so I'll probably be able to pick up on that spirit.
I think it's just based on each relationship and understanding that you guys have, because men by nature are territorial and we are protectors. Women by nature, ladies by nature, I believe for the most part are caring and concerned, for lack of better terms, creatures. And so if we are territorial and protective and you all are nice or concerned and caring, then to have friends of opposite sex, I think it just really depends on the relationship. I'll tell you, for me, you know, we call it what we want, and you know, you can judge me if you want, but I don't necessarily care for my wife to have man friends. And when it comes to female friends, for me, the female friends that I did have, well, they went and got booed up, and their husbands feel like I do. So then they just kick me to the curb too. So that's just how the cookie crumbles.
I agree that I would agree that it depends on the relationship you have with your partner. But I do personally think that it's okay for people in relationships to have friends of the opposite sex. I think it also, though, depends on how intimate that friendship is and how the type of relationship you guys have. Because it's going to be, for me, it's going to depend on what types of, and I think somebody kind of touched on it earlier, but I think it's going to depend on what types of things and activities you're doing with this type of friend. For instance, with my girlfriends, I can go on vacation, I can go on a trip, and it's fine. You know, my partner's not going to have an issue, but I wouldn't do that with a male friend. You know, so I think that there have to be clear boundaries set. There has to be an understanding that you have with your partner, and I think also I need to know if my man has female friends. I think that it's important for me to also know this woman, and vice versa.
Well,
I don't know about taking vacations with male and female friends.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit.
I think, but then again, in a relationship, you're supposed to have trust, right? And
Yes, no. Come on, that trust nonsense. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop you right there because
I didn't hear any. You see, I told you not to stay loud.
Right, bro. She ain't listening to you. She said nope.
No. Listen, I don't care how much trust I have. You are not going on vacation with a friend of the opposite sex. That's not happening. I'm not moving forward.
I don't even know how we got to the vacation part. We just said being friends. I'm trying to figure this out.
Okay, hold on. Really quick, because I got some other questions, other parts of that. So we talked about how, like, okay, since you have friends since 1999, and then like my friend, the couple friends I've been friends with since I was little, definitely. But what do you guys feel about new friendships? Like, oh, I met this girl at work, or like Chris meets a lot of girls coming to his job. What do you think about new friends?
No new friends.
I think people making relationships with their coworkers is messy because you know them girls and dudes and stuff, they be attracted to people. I'm sorry, that's where people be finding a significant others in the workplace. So for me, I say hell to the no. Associates wise, work related, it's okay. Yeah, like you know, for work stuff. But then you know, as long as you make sure that people know, because people be very flirty at work. I'm just gonna say that.
The friendship ends after 5. No more friendship after business hours.
So basically, we said respect and boundaries. Respect and boundaries.
I can work with boundaries.
We left the room a hot second. The Wi-Fi was messing up.
My bad, people.
So, like Tatiana talked about, like, you said the work husbands, work booths. I will definitely say I've experienced some situations in the past, and yes, at work you will find the disgruntled wife that's not happy at home, or the girlfriend, the boyfriend's not giving her attention, and you're stuck at work with this person for 8 to 12 hours a day. You guys end up talking about anything and everything. Next thing you know, you guys are going out for drinks or for lunch or for dinner, and ... I'll leave it at that.
And that's why I say no new friends. Yes,
time out. Hold on,
no new friends.
And also, and I got to
use the friend sometimes used loosely. Like this is like more of associate.
I know I got it social, but I'm trying. Chris opened the floor for us to be attacked. I ain't gonna tell no secrets, but he just opened the floor. Listen, I drink with everybody. I'm a massage therapist, so I drink with everybody. I offer everybody a drink. Like literally, like I'm in a female dominant industry, and I'm the best at what I do. So it's like, where do I go? Dudes that I want to hang out with, they don't really drink because they like. All massage therapists are crazy, by the way.
I don't know if I want. I don't think I would date anyone that was probably in your career field where you got to rub on girls at all times.
Yeah, you got. Can we
Right. So
share
you insecure
again?
about your
Can we
thing. So it's
share
good.
again?
No problem. No problem. We got it. I understand that problem, but I get that all the time. But I don't care. Like literally, I can offer you a drink. We can go out for drinks and have a good time, and then I'll forget what we talked about. I don't really care. Listen, having friends, having friends is just having friends. Like you just like if it's genuine, you just having friends, cool. But outside of that, you gotta have a whole structure in your relationship that fits that mold. If you're not willing to work on that, if you got trust issues, you can't have outside friends. That's just what you can't do. But if you comfortable with what you got going on in your life, you straight. Ain't nothing to worry about. It ain't even a second thought to me. I offer my guy friend, my guy coworkers, and my female coworkers the same drink. Whoever want to come. I'm gonna be at the bar at the same time anyway. You might as well come. I'm only seeing Chris. Everybody get. But
Yeah. I understand, Chris.
Yeah. I think you might be having some technical difficulties.
it's all right. I can keep talking about the situation because I've been in this situation plenty of times. I know how this situation goes. I can keep going. You know what I'm saying? I can keep going. It's just a lot of things. You
I
know.
was gonna say it's also a lot of people who be hollering out that like this, like my sister, this like my brother, like we grew up together, this type of stuff like that, and then they be sleeping with each other too. You know.
Right.
Yep.
Well, that's back in the day. I'm old now. I ain't no back in the day, dude. I'm old now. I'm 30. So I ain't about to be. If I offer you a
You
drink,
ain't
I'm offering you a
old.
drink. I
You
might bring the
ain't
drink to work. I'm not about to be out here trying to find the next coops to get in. I'm just trying to figure out who I can hang with after work. Who ain't gonna be like, oh well, I don't want to holler at you. I don't want to holler at you either. I don't really care what you doing with your life. I just try to get a drink and I don't want to be at the bar by myself. That's it. And I don't mind being at the bar by myself, but some people think it's weird. So, you know, that's just what I do.
I don't care about what you do.
Is your name Jose?
Yes.
Okay, guys. Oh, who was gonna say?
Somebody asked a question.
Yeah.
Did
So
we
so
freeze?
Jose, would that be the?
Can you hear me?
single
Can you guys
Jose,
hear me?
or is that the relationship Jose?
What's that?
Is that the single Jose or the relationship? Are you a relationship?
Oh, the
Jose?
relationship, Jose. I've been married for 10 years. I still operate the same way. I don't care either which way. I've been married 10 years. I don't care about none of the stuff that people talking about. I go drink. I'm friends with everybody until you make it be something that it's not. Like I recently had a coworker try to take me, try to make it seem like I'm trying to come on to her. When I legitimately just offer her, she told me she ain't got no friends in town. I said, okay, well, let's go get a drink. And then next thing I know, I'm hearing rumors about I'm trying to get with the girl.
And that's
No, I drink with everybody. That's literally what I do. I drink with everybody.
But then when that liquor starts kicking in, and then you getting a little buzzed,
Even first of all,
people start taking things the wrong way, and it's not. It
yeah,
can be
I don't. First of all, can't nobody out drink me. So it's just if you want to drink with me, I know your limit. First of
It
all,
won't be about out drinking you. It's not about out drinking you. It's the principle. Yeah.
I get it. I totally understand, and I have to deal with this every day because fortunately, I'm not an ugly person, but I do have to deal with this stuff every day. I can say I'm an attractive person and be like, well, I'm drinking with this person at this time, at this day. I don't care. You know, it is what it is. So it's just what I do.
Happen under the influence.
Huh?
I said there's lots of things that can happen under the influence,
You are absolutely correct, but it's up to the person who you are right. You are correct.
Yes, Bishop. Yes, Bishop.
Bishop has a question.
Jose, you married to a sister?
Yeah, man. What you mean? I'm dark. I'm darker like my meat dark. What you talking about? That's all you had to say? That's your only question? You ain't had no question outside that?
And Bishop,
Bishop was trying to say, brother. I knew you had
I thought you had a little bit more than that, bro. You had coming better ammunition than that. It's me.
No, it's no ammunition. No, we're on the same side. We got to
He's,
stick together.
I think I know where Bishop was maybe going with that. So
Right.
I know where he was going with that too, because black women don't let you get away with a lot of stuff. I ain't got nothing to worry about. I don't worry about nothing in my life. And plus, I'm not believing in zodiacs, but I'm a Gemini, so I don't really care about a lot of stuff anyway. So,
Well,
You do care about your wife, though, right?
You said you care about your wife, right?
I don't remember running that of people saying that Geminis don't care. We actually we care deeply about a lot of things, and that's part of our issue, I think.
no, I'm the other side of the Gemini, the one that everybody's afraid to come out. Yeah, that's what I'm at. I'm that guy all the time. So it's good.
All right.
Different Gemini.
Ooh. Okay.
It was a lot to take in right there. Too. I was like, it's a lot to take in when I say things like that. It's okay. We in the game.
All right.
no judgment here. No judgment here.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. I respect that. Thank you. I'm still coming to get whiskey and cheese in Minnesota. I don't know if that's the right state, but I might be wrong.
This gonna be the best virtual video you gonna get. So here, cheers.
Cheers. That's what I'm talking about. See, I'm drinking
cheers.
her
What you
right
talking
now.
about?
We ain't had no sexual connotation. We good. We gonna
Eat some cheese.
Finally hear us.
I think that's Wisconsin, though. I might have been wrong. I'm from Michigan, so I don't really know what they are.
Can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Yeah. You back?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, we can
Can
hear
you
you.
guys hear and see us?
Man, I defended us this whole time. You couldn't hear me?
Nah, bro. Man, after this, I'm about to contact Spectrum. They're gonna owe me a credit, man.
I done lost where the main question was on. So I think we're on.
I heard a couple. We heard a couple of laughters. Like we heard you guys laughing when we
Ready
lost
for the
service.
next question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Next question, guys, off of this one. So my next question is: should a woman propose to a man?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely
No.
not.
Yes.
Absolutely not. No. Next question.
You know what? No, I'm gonna chime in on this. Don't speak.
No.
Please, respectfully, please.
Amber will never propose to you.
Hold on.
You already know, Christine.
I'm not saying that.
Do it. I will.
I'm not saying that this is for me and her. Maybe no. I'm just saying that there are men out there. We feel as if, why do we have to get down on one knee and propose?
Bishop.
Like,
Well,
hold on,
first of all, you don't really got to get on one knee no more. It's 2020. Ain't no one knee proposal.
Let him speak his piece, because Bishop gonna have to get him right.
Hold on, I didn't say this is me. I'm speaking for the other men, for the plenty of men that I hear this from. Listen, at the end of the day, it's like this. We're in 2020. You want a man to pay all the bills. You want a man to do X, Y, Z, and then on top of that, he has to get down on one knee and give you a nice big ring. If you love me, if you love that man, and I just feel like a woman should get down and propose. Like, make that man feel special, especially a black man. He has enough things to deal with. I'm not saying this is me. I am speaking for others, not for me.
Please.
He's speaking real well about something for somebody else.
Please.
Let him know when a man finds a woman, he found a good thing.
Come on, Bishop. Let answer this question, please.
Listen, brother. Listen, please. Men, by nature, we go back to nature, are hunters.
Correct.
For the lady to get down on her knees or for her to advance him and lead out with something as serious that makes him the hunted. Now, if we're going to put that type of stipulation on the lady where she has to get down, and I guess she gives us the ring, and I guess she, I just don't get that. I have to go with the Bible. Now, the word says, he that find a wife findeth a good thing. That goes back to our nature. Like we go.
Y'all better stop clapping.
Right on.
So I can't. We're gonna stick together on everything else. I hope, but that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm just saying. I'm speaking for the men that I hear this from. I hear this a lot. You know,
because y'all know I'm not never proposing, so he'd be waiting. He'd die, and now I get the proposal from me.
Don't say never. Never say never.
Oh, never.
Yeah,
on this
that's
one.
actually
Never.
that's a good question to kind of probably, like you said, come in and communicate, because you gotta like ask people too, like, oh, do you ever want to get married? But then now the question is like, okay, would I be proposing to you or would you be proposing to me? Nah, I don't see that being something that would ever be, common.
I mean, y'all asking the wrong questions. First of all, I think y'all asking the wrong questions. The right question is everything about you real first. If everything about you real, I don't really know who I'm marrying no more. I feel sorry for single dudes. I really do. Because you don't know what you're getting these days. Like the hair ain't real, the nails ain't real, the toes ain't real, the butt ain't real. Nothing about women now is real. I'm not talking about the people in the room. I'm just saying, like, I be seeing, I'm a massage therapist and I specialize in this field. Like I do this. I literally do after surgery care and I do all this stuff. So I'm like, what did you look like before? And then what do you look like now? It's a totally different phase. Like now it's too many questions. So I'm not opposed to a woman proposing.
What about like who the person is?
I mean, like, your heart can be great, but if you look like a dime dressed up and you look like a two dressed down, you deceiving. You deceiving me. I don't want to be deceived. So I want to know the truth. Like a relationship is about trust. If I can't trust the way you look, I can't trust nothing about you.
But that doesn't
be having some good eyes.
anything to do with the proposal.
Hey,
like when you get
Jose,
proposal
beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay.
I mean, if you propose to somebody and every day, like I know women who literally get dressed up before they man wake up. Y'all saw the movie. You get dressed before the man wake up, and you dress down when he go to sleep. Listen, if I don't know what your hair texture is when we get married, I don't trust you. If your eye color is not your own. Every morning you gotta go. If every 3 months you gotta go buy new eye color, why would I trust you on some stuff? It's just
two different subjects.
You're gonna have to get a woman without a weave, though.
So that's your preference. Gotcha.
I mean, I'm fully for you. I'm fully for you. I'm like, listen, me personally, I'm old fashioned too. I'm like, bitch, the man gotta do it. But I'm looking at both parts. Like, listen, like it's a lot of deceivement going on. I got a young man that I mentor, and he got his eyebrows cut, and I was confused. There's a lot of confusion going on in gender roles. So, everybody got holes in their pants and everybody wear. I mean, if everybody wear the same size pants, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Pants for me.
I mean, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union wear the same clothes, just interchange outfits. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Well, the consensus of this question is everyone pretty much agrees that a man should propose, get down on one knee.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yes. All right.
We believe that.
We're gonna move on to the next question. The next question is there a cap on dating? Meaning, is there an amount of years that you should be in a relationship before you get married?
Or engaged?
That's a good question, actually.
Meaning, do you want to date somebody? Are you going to be in a relationship and y'all going to be boyfriend and girlfriend for 5 years before you get married? Or is there like, you know what, for 2 years? And I'm going to answer this question first. So for me, I feel like 2 years for engagement, definitely, especially if you guys like live together. So you really know each other. It should be 2 years that you guys like get engaged. And then after that, a year to plan the wedding. That's 3 years. Once you get to 4 and 5, I don't see no reason why we just boyfriend and girlfriend. What are we doing here? How are we moving forward? But that's because I feel like if we living together, we just shacking up. There's no point in that. If we're not focusing on the goal is not marriage, then what's the point of this? So I say 2 years per engagement, 3 years to marriage. What do you guys?
Well, Sheila had some. I'm gonna chime in.
Yeah, I was gonna chime in. I have very, very strict rules about this. And I tell people, like, if you say you want to be exclusive with me, that starts a time clock in Sheila's mind. And that's just personally for me. I feel like people can do whatever they'd like to do. I'm not going to be dating you for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. We're not doing that. You got once you want to be exclusive, we need to start having those conversations of exactly what we want to do. And before you even get to the point of saying that you want to be exclusive with me, you already know that Sheila wants to be married. Sheila wants children. Sheila wants all you know, all that stuff.
We talked about that, right?
Sheila talks in the third person. I got it. We get it.
Right. So you know all of those things up front, so that if we even get to that point, we're having those conversations. But you got time clock. We not gonna be. I'm not gonna be in this relationship with you 2 years down the line asking questions of what we doing and all that stuff. Nope. You got about a year after exclusivity to be engaged, and then after engagement, we need to figure out what we're doing with a year of that. Like, we don't do that. Long engagements, long dating periods. It doesn't make sense.
I was gonna
The
say,
only way in my mind that makes sense is if, someone is deployed or something, and or someone is in school and you got some goals and some different things you want to do. But no, I have very strict.
Piggybacking off of Sheila, but I was gonna say, like, now that I'm older, I've actually never been married. I'm 33. I did get proposed to this year, but I was in a relationship for 7 years, but he proposed to me 7 years later. Not to say like that person. I mean, he's a great guy and all those different things. Why did it take so long for him to propose to me? I guess I don't know. And then a lot of times I hear men say things like, you never really know, or you can't really say when a man should be ready, because maybe they might be just like, getting to the point where they can be stable and all these other type of things. But I think like now, what I know today, I would say, maybe being with someone who probably has or is maybe a little bit more stable and have their mind right, and different things, finances, just maybe at a point in their life where I guess they probably could, or like just ready, like I don't think people should get into relationships and dating and unless, like you said, they are looking to like maybe get married or like heading towards that way, or people should like be single until they're in a position maybe where they can, like if they did want to have a family or something one day, they could, provide those things or give to that person that they're, trying to build with or something. But I don't know, I guess. I don't know.
No, you know what? You do know. Here's what I'll say. I will never buy a car that I can go to the lot and test drive every day. I'll never buy. We will never invest or lack. This is just, I guess, a cliche or whatever. I used to hear my grandparents say, he'll never buy the cow if you give him milk free.
Yeah.
And so you don't listen. It don't take a whole lot of time.
Milk for free.
Come on now.
You can stomach this person and live with this person for the rest of your life.
Thank you.
So
and here's the thing: forget all the financials and all the other stuff. Let me out of the way as well, because I feel that if a man wants to be with you and he wants to have you in his life for the rest of his life, he gonna make it happen. He gonna go to Walmart and get a ring
and say, "Baby, I'm gonna do it."
I feel like y'all wrong, but I'm not gonna say y'all wrong because I don't want y'all to
But will
attack me
a
one
woman
time.
accept that Walmart ring? Because some women don't accept that Walmart ring now.
Some of those women bring things in mind. That's my thing. Why did it can't always be about a nice huge ring. We focus on that all the time when we should be focused on that person's character and exactly what they can bring to the table and all of that. Like we focus on the wrong things sometimes.
I tell you what, if we talk about Walmart rings, don't sleep on the Walmart ring, because when I got engaged to my wife, I went and bought the most expensive Walmart ring they had. But now we can go in any store. I'll take her in any store and buy whatever she wants, and she drives whatever she wants. So don't sleep on the
Amen.
Walmart ring, brother.
Right. That's
But from a male perspective, is it true? Because I've heard this. I just want to say this one thing from a male perspective, because I know we got a couple gentlemen in the room. I've actually heard, men say that basically, like, when I met my wife, I knew she was the one. It didn't take them like 7, 8
2,
years,
3,
5
4 years.
to like
They
decide.
lying.
To
Oh,
know
they
that in
right.
heart.
I mean, they can be lying. They right. They full of mess. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I got my auntie and uncle been together for 20. Well, I'm 34, so my auntie and uncle been together all my life, right? They were technically together for 30 years before they got married. If you happy, a marriage don't separate nothing. It's just a piece of paper. Like it's really like, I know people, y'all may feel different. Marriage is just a certification. If you together, you together. Like, marriage is tax write off. Marriage is the
It's
business.
bigger than a
That's what marriage is, especially in
bigger than that.
2020.
Marriage is definitely more than just a piece of paper, especially for those of us who believe in
Absolutely.
God. So I don't
I
just
mean,
think that it's
I
a piece
believe
of
in
paper.
God too, but I'm just telling you. What I'm saying is that
Well,
if you
let's
have, I don't base it off being happy about marriage. I believe it off being, are you happy? Like, my mama had a conversation with me because she's thinking about getting remarried, but her boyfriend is like standoffish. And I was like, are you happy? If you happy, then be happy. You don't. I mean, but people want to be married. I'm not down if people want to be married, because I am one of those people. But you know that. But it's no extra that comes with marriage. It's not an extra. It's not an extra benefit that comes with marriage. I don't understand the whole God part, and you want to do it because you're religious. But outside of religion, there's no standpoint that says marriage is the final step for a couple. So if you happy in your position, because you may be like, a lot of people get be happy in their relationship, and then they bring up marriage, and that's what the downfall is. And you have to have understanding in the beginning. Don't bring it up at the end when you like 2 years in and say, when we gonna get married. Bring it up at the beginning. That's a conversation you should already have. If you're not having
I
those
agree with that.
conversations in the beginning on do you want to get married? Do you want to have children? Then you really just setting yourself up for failure on your end, not like male or female. You setting yourself up. So we are understand our positions in life. And if you're not ready for a position in life that you really want, or you want a position, you don't bring anybody in your life that can interrupt that. That's just the flow of nature.
Definitely.
So when people talk about, is marriage the right time, wrong time, it's not about the wrong time, right time. Are you happy? Do you wake up happy if you next to this person? You wake up and want, like, if this person put a ring, you share a last name, does that make you happier than you did if you didn't share a last name and y'all was together? It's those different aspects that I think people take for granted when you talk about marriage, and you just say marriage is a goal. But marriage can't be a goal without a goal in mind. You know what I'm saying? So if your goal is to be married, yeah, get married tomorrow. But it's not gonna make you happy. You're just gonna be miserable. You're gonna be miserable. You're gonna be two miserable people sharing a last name and taking a tax cut if you get divorced. And so
But
it's
people
one of
shouldn't
those
even
things. You gotta listen.
get married unless they are happy in the first place. I mean, marriage is just a beautiful thing. So, like, if two people decide to join forces and come together, that's a beautiful thing. If you decide that, I would hope when people decide to get married that they're doing the right thing and going in the right way. When I decided if I want to ever get married, I want to make sure, like, I'm happy. This is my one, and this is the only one. I don't want to do it several times. I just want to do it one time. Not saying, like, people who've done it and they learn their lessons, because we all learn things in life and different things like that. But, people should be genuinely happy when they go into marriages and different things like that, and doing it for the right reasons.
Correct.
Hopefully.
I want to chime in on the marriage part where you asked Tatiana. It's Tatiana, right? Sorry. You asked about men. What I will say is everyone is different, but I think majority of men, like Bishop said, we are hunters, we're protectors. So if we feel like we've met someone, but let's just say our finances aren't right, or whatever goal that we're working on to better ourselves, to better myself and then to better you. If I haven't achieved that goal yet, I may wait until I have all my dominoes in place before I can step to the plate and say, hey, look, I'm going to propose to you. I'm going to take us to that next level. I forgot the quote. Steve Harvey had talked about that. I was listening to one of his motivational videos. Pretty much a man's not going to, until a man has his finances right and he's set and he knows that he can fully provide and he's confident in everything that he does, is really when he's going to propose to you and take it to that next level.
But she said,
could that take 5 years?
No, when he's ready.
So, like, everyone is different. Everyone is different. Like, do you
speak from your perspective, not everybody else's?
But for me, like, if and when I decide to get married, for me, I'm a perfectionist.
If
was a
did you hear that, y'all? It's gonna be some arguing after we get off here, because if is not what we had a conversation from day one. So
I do want to get married.
When you get married.
See, ladies don't do this. Don't.
No. See, that's the problem. She got to stop you and correct you right where you started. You said,
get him.
You got to correct it. But then you're going to keep slipping up, and then your mentality going to change.
Exactly, from your words.
Change.
Oh,
you can't speak if. You can't speak if into existence. You know how powerful your words are. You speak life over you.
I am pleading.
Okay, you got to manifest.
Well, how about
manifest
get all this together and then you date? How about that?
Say it again.
What? Say that again.
How come we can't get all that together, get your goals, your finances, and all that together, and then date?
But not everyone.
That's
does
what
that.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But people.
I can answer that question. I can answer that question wholeheartedly. And if y'all willing to listen, if y'all willing to hear me out, listen.
Is that a headphone?
Actually,
I had to
we're
put the
gonna move
headphones
on
on.
to the next question, because we got a couple more questions here. So this was a good one. I think you guys, that was a good topic. Our next question is, how important is God in your relationship?
It's got to be in there. Yeah, I have been in a relationship before, and it was outside of that, everything was great, but when the God thing didn't match up, boo, we can't go no further. That's it. Because I feel like there's no sense in me joining myself, as the Bible says, cleaving and gluing to someone that I'm expecting them to walk in biblical principles, and they don't have no biblical principles. We got to be on the same page. So I would be unequally yoked. I've done that, and I couldn't do it. I was so convicted. I was trying to make it work, y'all. I was trying.
What about those people who be faking like they godly? What about those people that be faking like they godly?
Well, first of all, you should know them by their fruit. You know if they're godly or not. You should know them by their fruit. You know.
Now y'all know.
Well, time out. You said you was happy. Everything else worked out, but y'all religion, y'all godly man didn't work out. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding on how things work. But if y'all 100%, if y'all 98% happy, and the only problem was he didn't want to go to church like you wanted to go to church.
No, you can't play God.
That is not what Grandma was saying.
That for me, it's very important that I'm with a man that puts God first and foremost. Because I truly believe that there are issues that you deal with in a relationship, that if your man, the leader of your home, is centered with God, you deal with your problems so much differently than when you got someone that has no type of faith or belief.
Exactly.
And it's a whole nother level of intimacy when you could look to your man for guidance, because he's following the Lord and he's allowing the Spirit to lead and move him in your relationship and manifest things in abundance in your home.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
But that's not my. That wasn't my question to that. That wasn't my question to her response. Was everything was going right, but the only problem is he don't believe in God. How you believe in God is that why would that be an issue? We are human. I mean, everybody have their differences. If you believe what you believe, like I believe in God, but I don't believe in religion. So it's one of those aspects of life where do we make it a common understanding on can we have a real conversation on why we have these differences? Differences exist. So having a difference is a plus, not a minus in my book. But if you say
When
that
it comes to God,
98, if you happy, you
Come on,
100%
Bishop.
happy, but
Come
the
on,
only
Bishop. Make it
problem
plain
is
for us.
he's not a Christian. He may believe in a different faith.
Jose,
He may not believe in anything. He may not believe
Go ahead,
in
Bishop.
anything. Can you
Bishop
preach
don't-
to him?
Bishop don't come to say.
Bishop going.
well,
Bishop.
here you go, Jose. Here's my perspective, and I respect yours. Here's my perspective. I don't think God should be a part of any relationship. I think God should be the foundation of every relationship. And if that is not the reality, then you don't have much to work on. To say that I believe in God, but I don't believe in religion is absolutely okay. But to say that I believe in God and I don't have consistency in the ability to have relationship, that doesn't make sense because our God conscience is based on
to reply to you, in a relationship, you have a system, and it may not be the system that the religion places on you.
Well, I don't personally teach religion. I teach relationship. And so within relationship, then with God, then we also have to know how to have relationship with each other.
But if the relationship with each other is great, and if your religion is the only thing that brings you apart, what is the conversation? It's not really, and you're not willing to have the conversation to make a better understanding on them.
Let me chime in on this one really
God
quick.
relationship, those who believe and those who trust you would know something about being equally or unequally yoked. And so, and all that means is I'm not going to be moving in one direction and then be okay with you perhaps moving in another one. Because if you're
being equally yoked in a relationship, and being equally yoked in a religion is two different offsets. It's no comparison when you really talk about it, unless you like the young lady at the top, and that's it. That's the fun. I'm listening, Tatiana. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, being equally yoked. I just feel like that's something like that's in general, like I mean, like everything with whoever you're gonna be with, you should be like equally yoked in, whether that's with God, whether that's in like where you guys deciding to go down your career paths, what you guys want out of life, lots of different things. Like I just would say when it comes to like the equally yoked thing, and that's a lot of times too when people get into relationships, they don't really have like the same visions and different things are like, I mean, you don't have to necessarily have the same vision as your partner, but I guess like wanting a lot of the same things out of life, or same things in general, or have the same things in common, which would be like equally yoked. But I think two non-believers, like if I believe in God and you believe in Buddha, I don't know how it really works.
Yeah, it doesn't work
Right.
because by nature of a yolk is something. If you look at an egg, a yolk is something that kind of sticks together. And so in life, a yolk is something really in biblical terms that will go around an individual's neck and pull them in a direction. So if we're going to be equally yoked, then that means we have the same something or same God conscious or same principles that are around our neck and pull us in the same direction. Now, if you two devils and two unbelievers, then y'all equally yoked and go and ride into the sunset.
Right.
But I don't believe that's the case. But for the sake of this podcast, and because we got to move on, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna agree to disagree.
Okay.
And I don't believe in none of y'all just said.
That's
but
good.
I'll tell you, it's a different opinion.
All right. Next question is flirting cheating when you're in a relationship?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Next question.
But hold on,
Next
I want
question.
Chris to chime in because he don't think so, because he's a big
No,
flirt.
I don't.
So
I don't agree. I don't agree.
I don't agree either, but it's cool. I ain't what I'm
I'm a
saying.
big flirt
I don't
too
think flirting is
sometimes.
cheating.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
would like
think
to hear
flirting-
y'all hear about this.
I don't think flirting is cheating. She knows I'm a flirt, but I don't like it. It's not like I'm just naturally. I'm charismatic. I'm funny.
Me too.
And and so like people,
that's not
like,
flirting.
women like that, like and then we start talking, and then she's seen it. She has seen it before. Like I'm working, and she's helping me out, and then the ladies will start like flirting with me, like because I had said a couple of jokes, and then next thing I'm getting her eyebrow goes up, and I'm like, oh.
Because he doesn't know the boundary of, okay, now you guys kicking and you're doing a little bit too much. There's one thing to just be. It's one thing to be laughing. That's fine. You can have a conversation and laugh with each other. That's not flirting. It's another thing where she leaning in a little bit closer because now she's like, oh, he's funny. Let me get a little closer. It's like, listen, girl, back up.
See, I don't see her leaning in.
You're doing too much now.
See that? I see.
He's like, we were
laughing.
just talking. No, she was all into you, and you just didn't see me. You was just eating up all that attention that she was giving you.
Well, that's not his. But that's not his fault, though. You said you said like she did this, she did that. He made it known. It ain't his fault that somebody else took it out of context. We're not mind readers. Guys are simply stupid. And like we really just see things for what they are. If I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. Like I'm really just having a conversation. And then when you go to like talking, and like technically on this conversation, I flirt with everybody here. That wasn't Amber because I just said hello and how your day went. That's flirting 2020. I mean, that's asking somebody how their day went and smiling is flirting. But you gotta have that understanding where to draw the line at, where to get it. Like I don't care what she got to do with her life. I'm good. I'm coming back home. I ain't got nothing to do out in these streets. Too over.
All right. Anybody else want to chime in on that one?
I guess if you like smiling and you being yourself, like he said, you can be a little bit charismatic and stuff like that. Because I've been, I guess maybe I would be accused of being a little flirty, but in my mind, it's not that I like actually like that person. I'm just being myself, and people can take things into the wrong context, but that doesn't necessarily mean like I'm trying to gain anything out of it. I'm just being normal, and then people just maybe take it as like you could potentially be flirting, but I'm actually not. Like,
but I think honestly with men and women it's different. When we flirt, because like I'm being a little touchy feely with you and I'm flirting with you, but I really don't think nothing out of it. When it's someone that really wants some type of attention, so when it's flirting, it's more like, what do you expect out of this flirting that you guys are doing? What are you trying to get from here? Because with him, when I'm watching him, I'm like, okay, and then that flirtation led to a conversation. Well, what y'all talking about? Well, how'd you end up here? Oh, well, I just walked her to the car. Well, how you get to her car? Okay, that's not flirting. You're doing too much. Like
that's called being a gentleman and a businessman.
No, that's what he said. I was just being a gentleman walking to the car. No, you didn't bring her there. She should walk her damn self to the car.
That's all that is. I ain't gonna let it do you like that.
Right.
Hold on. Exactly. Let me tell you why I walked into the car. It was dark. It was dark. It was dark. So
being a gentleman, people don't know what gentleman is. I know on 2020.
There wasn't no street lights.
It's a dark parking lot.
There were some lights.
Crime area, and as a security professional, I was like, let me just make sure she's good. Because if that was my sister, if that was my mother, if that was her, I would at least want a gentleman to walk her to the car.
But then walking to the car leads to, well, what's your phone number and let's all this other stuff.
Just
why y'all got each other's phone number? Why?
Just walk to the car.
Because the man sell guns. She might have wanted a gun, man. Come on.
Where the phone number come in?
Don't. Exactly. You can't be exchanging phone numbers. Oh, you do firearms? Let me get your number.
That wasn't the case. I feel like you trying to take something personal and put it out and make it real.
You over talking. It went from walking to the car to
I have a business. People are always asking me. So
It got
And he
real.
can use that for anything. I don't watch him give his phone number out to girls while I'm just sitting there. Hey ladies, how y'all doing? Y'all, and I'm just standing there across the room, and he giving his phone number out. And I'm like, why are you giving your phone number out? Because they might want to come get firearms. You'll always be able to use that. He'll always be able to use that, no matter what.
That's what.
Oh, that
Well, you
goes
got-
back to networking.
Thank
That
you.
goes
That's
back
why-
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yes.
I network.
Networking with pretty girls that he finds attractive.
Okay, that's kind of tough though. That's kind of tough. I'm gonna be
He live in
honest.
Florida.
That's
Everybody
tough.
a Build-A-Bear.
But then when you think about that, because that kind of goes back to our conversation a little bit earlier. If your partner, let's say he is a fitness man, and so he works out. I'm using this scenario from my friend, personal trainer,
Okay.
personal trainer, boyfriend, guy, or whatever. He ain't nothing but around bad women, nice bodies. The big butts, all of that stuff. They working out. You know what I'm saying? He training them, and they paying them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, would you be able to date a personal trainer or somebody who is gonna be around women, or that's gonna be their field of work?
Or a massage
me.
therapist.
So
This is
I
me.
think my situation. I think here's the issue with that. I think the situation is if I'm expressing to you that I have a problem and you say, "Oh, well, I can just do this," that's where the problem lies. Instead of you being aware of me and saying, you know what, where's the issue at? Oh, you don't like me talking to her at this time. Oh, you don't want my clients calling me at 12:30 at night because yes. Anyways, okay, well then if I'm gonna respect that for you because this is our relationship at the end of the day. And sometimes if it's backlash, well, this is my money and this is what I'm doing and it's a fight, then that's where the friction comes, that you're not respecting my feelings. You just want to do what you want to do. And if I'm telling you I have a problem with it, where's the boundary at? Because now you're making me feel like I can't trust you no more, because if I'm asking you to not do this or make me feel comfortable in this, and once I feel comfortable, then we'll be okay. But if I don't feel comfortable, this is us. You need to make sure I'm comfortable in this. So that's where the problem lies. As long as my partner as long as he makes me feel comfortable, and if I have an issue with something, he makes sure that I'm taken care of, by all means, because Chris works with the women all the time. That's all. Majority of the women majority of people that come to his classes is women. But at the same time, when I'm there, he's always like, "This is my girlfriend Amber." Da 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 da. So they know who I am.
So in that retrospect,
we in 2021, so a lot of these women don't give a damn. That's the
Oh,
problem.
I said that to him too. I said that to him too. I'm like, they don't care that I'm your girlfriend.
I'm just putting that out there. It's like people can be married, people can be in really good relationships.
They'll see a ring and want you more.
They don't care. They just don't care.
However, in your relationship, this is my question. Like, did you know about Chris's life? Like, was he running his own gun range before y'all got married? Was he doing this stuff before y'all not married, but was he doing this stuff already? And you met him in the position that he's already in. That is the question that you got to answer. He's not doing anything outside the spectrum that he already did. You just have a problem with it, and that's okay addressing it. But I feel like he's done, and you said he did his due diligence by introducing you. Every time he have a class, he introduce you as what? His woman. It's not like he out here saying, "Oh, yeah." He's not acknowledging you during the classes when women come in the room. He's saying, "This is my woman. This is Amber."
And that's
this
all.
I'm also not in every class.
You on a Facebook live stream. He's with you side by side. Oh, my bad.
What is this? That's all he can do. All Chris can do is introduce you and say, "This is my woman. This is my lady." But remember, this is the age of the city girl. They do not care. Even if, not only don't they care on the gun ring, or not only don't they care in the massage parlor, but they don't care in church either.
That's right.
Bishop already know. I've seen the video, not yours. I'm just trying to tell you, I've seen the video. I've seen another video.
That's why it's up to Chris to make sure that he sets those boundaries, because they don't care.
Right, the boundaries.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the boundaries.
In place. Hey, I'm married. Hey, I'm in a relationship.
Hey, you're doing too much.
Take a step back, ma'am. There's nothing wrong with setting boundaries. When people
I love
don't,
a strong man that don't play about that. a strong man that don't play. Period.
Yes. So I'm gonna give you guys an example really quick because sometimes guys don't know. So obviously, like Tatiana said, I am attractive, and men do come and talk to me. And I have had some guy clients try to be my clients at least. When we talking like business, but I see they being flirtatious, I'll mention Chris. Yeah, my boyfriend does da 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 da. Yeah, and then they'll say something, and I'm like, oh yeah, my boyfriend does da 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 da. Because I want them aware of that. While you being sitting here flirtatious with me, I'm very well taken. So whatever you talk about right now, if we ain't talking about business, then we ain't talking about nothing. I am taken. So you need to shut that down real quick. And sometimes the problem is Chris is very nice. So he doesn't want to shut down the conversation. It's like, no, it's not about being nice. You need to let her know. I hear you, ma'am. I am in a relationship though. Like you need to hurt her feelings so that I'm good. Just like I'm doing for
Chris
these
ain't
dudes
no
every time they
Virgo.
come at me.
Chris, you ain't no Virgo now, is you?
He a Gemini.
I'm a jiggy Gemini.
So fly.
Hey man, don't do me like that, man. I'm a Gemini too, baby. I know what you're going through, man. You just talking, man. You just having a conversation.
Gemini.
That's all we do is have a conversation.
Well, what I was gonna say too, though, Amber, I have been known to be very nice too, and it's like one of those things where like, but this might have stemmed from like something in my past traumas, where like people can like, but like even back with the flirting thing, like people will say like, dang, you know, even if it might presume as if I'm being flirtatious, but like nowadays with guys, they don't know how to take no for an answer. So I've known guys to like trip out and like actually attack women for not even wanting to talk to them. So like I just feel like my approach of niceness, not saying that like, you know, when people are trying to talk to you or something like that, and then I'll just be like, well, you know, I'm taking whatever, like, or I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? But people can still be persistent even when you tell them no. So I think it's about how you say it, and then like sometimes people do it in a nicer or a kinder way. And then there's also some people like Amber, you seem like you have the personality where it's like, nope, I'm good. You know, get out of my face. You know, you seem like you have that demeanor and that personality. And there's a lot of people with that personality, like, bye, nope, bye. You know, and like it's some women like won't even look at you. You won't even get a word out of them. You know what I'm saying? And there's
but Tatiana, is it Tatiana?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tatiana. But Tatiana, I believe you're a flirt though.
What?
She said she was. She said she was.
No. Well, I
She said she was.
I can presume that I'm flirtatious, but I'm actually a very nice person. I'm just nice. I'm just
now
nice,
that Sheila up there, that Sheila, she don't have time for it. She'll be like, listen, going on.
If we ain't talking business, I'm go ahead and get out of my face.
I'm a Gemini. Okay,
oh, wow,
so we know to be very
flirty. We got it.
However, you are right, Bishop. Like I don't have time for the foolishness. Like so, at the end of the day, like and I always tell people, listen, because people be like, well, can you coach me to wellness? You've done no. I don't service men. I don't help men. I'm sorry. Now
I wish I had Sheila's attitude.
Right.
Though. I really do. That's not my personality.
I can help you out that way. But I'm very nice about it. At the end of the day, I've spent also 15 years in HR. All I do is talk to people. But you've also got to learn how to redirect folks and tell people where to bounce.
No.
There.
Yes. The boundary.
I was hoping tonight, Amber and Chris, I was hoping we really juice this live up and start talking about sex.
Well, Bishop, now you talking my language and it's trying to tell you a little bit about it, but you know, I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Don't worry about it.
So, like,
wait.
In regards to that,
well, we all sinners.
In regards to that, like,
it's after hours.
I'm seeing body goals.
I know. Christine and Jasmine are already twerking in the room, man.
Oh, that must be Jasmine. Body.
Right, already has some.
That is a major topic / issue in relationships. I can tell you.
So what's the question though? Is there a question?
Yeah, let's get to the question.
So how about this question? I'll ask this question. How important are you guys? Is it to be sexually compatible with your partner?
Very important.
We gotta.
Because otherwise they gonna
So if they got everything good, they nice and everything else, but they're bad in bed, you like, no.
you best make sure you being very sexually competitive
Listen,
because they gonna be cheating on you.
because
if you
I don't care how good church is and praise and worship and all that kind of stuff. I don't preach all the time, and
You want that WAP? I got it.
my wife knows full well when church is over, I ain't going to eat nowhere, and I don't want to eat no food. Hello.
Yep.
I don't want to eat food. You understand?
We ain't taking the groceries out the car. We got it. You understand?
No, it's very important to be sexually compatible. It's important. If not, it's gonna be a wrap. Like if I'm
Very important.
If I'm a high energetic, if my drive is high, then your drive needs to be high as well. And you know what I'm saying? If just like if I eat 4 or 5 times a day, I might need that 4 or 5 times a day, or 3 times a day, or whatever it may be. We have to be in alignment with that.
Listen,
Man, you know what you're doing wrong.
You
Amber
know
right next to you, looking at you like
I agree.
4 or 5 times a day. What you mean? 4 or 5 times a day.
In
What
this
you mean?
our dynamic is actually me more than him. So
go and turn your partner out. When you married, go and turn them out so that they ain't looking for nothing. No, they can't take no more. Just go and turn them out.
Right.
Wait, okay.
Yes.
So let me. So if I
Y'all,
could, so
I
if
feel like
I could,
everybody about a lot.
hold on, let's
Let
let Tatiana go. Let's Seema go first.
I feel like
Okay,
everybody.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Seema.
so if I could, I would like to interject about the sex, because one of the things, I coach women, and I do have men who reach out and say, "Can you coach me?" And I already know. They don't want no coaching. They just want to get somewhere.
They're like, she
and talk to
pretty.
things.
They
I
want
already
that
know
other
it.
type of coaching. They want that other type of coaching.
Yeah, and I'd be like, they don't want to just want to get on the phone. I don't even have time for it. So I just finally said, listen, I'm not accepting y'all friend requests because you trip when you get on my page. I'm sick of it. But anyway, what I do with the ladies that I coach, and you would be surprised, the women who are not confident enough to say, when I say, I want you to rate your sexual appetite from 1 to 10. They're like, ooh, what you mean? And I said, okay, are you a virgin? They say, no. I said, okay, what's your sexual appetite right now? This is important. You see, this is one of those questions that people don't talk about before they get married. They just assume that once you get married, this stuff will just come on together and flow. No,
Right.
you got to work that. So I asked them, what is your sexual appetite? Be honest, tell the truth. And so if I have a woman that says, well, from 1 to 10, I'm not really a sexual person, I really don't need all of it, I'm going to get myself a 3. I said, well, you better find you a man that's a 3.
Definitely.
Because if you find you a man that's a 10, baby, I'm going to have some problems. And
Yep.
and if you can come up to a 5 and tell him to come on down, maybe a 7 up in there, I might be able to work it. But it's unfair to get married to somebody knowing you a daggone 3 and this person's a 10, and it's y'all, sex is important. It's not everything, but it is important. It is the part coming together, the gluing, it's the intimacy. It's women will give sex to get intimacy back, and men will give intimacy to get sex. It's the circle. Now, let me tell y'all this.
Miss
Let me tell y'all this. Let me share this.
When women get a certain age, y'all don't want to.
Let her finish, Bishop. She ain't finished. She ain't finished.
Yeah,
Let her finish, Bishop.
Okay. But about the age now. Wait, okay, hold on. Let me not get a little ahead of myself. But I want to share something real quick with y'all. I got married to my ex-husband. Notice I said ex-husband. Both of us in ministry, heavy. Okay, we did not have sex before marriage. We did not have sex before marriage. Y'all hear me? We did not have sex before marriage.
Yeah.
And we didn't ask the right questions. Now, if I were to, now I know what to ask. But listen, no sex before marriage.
Can you write the questions down so we can ask the people in our future? I mean, I'm not married yet.
She just trying to ask her boyfriend in the background. That's all they got to do.
Hey, what?
I got you, okay? Now, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. If you want to save it to marriage, do it. I did it. We dated. He proposed in 6 months. We got married in 19 months. No sex. Get to the honeymoon. Get to the honeymoon, y'all. Get to the honeymoon. And do y'all think we haven't talked about sex? We ain't really kissed. He's never seen me naked. I've never seen him naked. None of this. We get to the honeymoon, and my expectation is that when we get there, I'm ready to start swinging off something. Because remember, I was 5 years
Well, I hope you
before I
felt
met.
it. I hope you at least felt it though, to know what it at least was like, somewhat.
I didn't feel it.
Not even a
Nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Ooh,
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
And I'm sharing this with y'all because, as Bishop said, do not take
You
this
didn't
thing
even
lightly.
know.
when the conversation get real.
That was not gonna
Yeah,
work.
nah,
Not
you
gonna
gotta.
work.
Nope. I would. You just got
Wait,
divorced and you got
Y'all,
the
we
honeymoon.
never
Wait a minute, what happened? Wait a minute, what
We never
happened?
did.
Finish the story.
I'm trying to tell, but they won't. Listen, we never connected in a good way sexually. We were not sexually compatible. I was sexually frustrated a lot for the most of the marriage.
That's because you didn't
I'm just being
Bless your
honest.
heart.
And
Bless your heart.
Oh my God.
That's
I
that.
will never do that again.
Yeah, that's
I'm,
rough.
I'm having a
Thank
conversation with God, like, God, wait a minute. Now, you mean to tell me I did all this, and I'm over here. I am over here sexually frustrated.
Oh my
Tell me
God.
that
I want my
was
husband.
it.
You know
Y'all,
what?
me and God was battling. Me and God was battling, right? I'm sharing this with y'all because it's not, we laughing, but it is not anything to play with. Because when you get married, sex
Pray
is
for what you want.
sex is a major component. If you're not gonna have it, you need to talk about it. You need to talk about what they like, what you don't like. See, we didn't do none of that because they told us that no, you don't talk about that because that just leads you to get into it. You need to have somebody to go out with. Y'all, we was just so extreme and crazy up in the church. Why did they do that?
So
to
y'all
us?
was friends. Y'all were like platonic friends going out. Y'all wasn't really like, you know what I'm
So let
saying?
me tell you
Y'all was
what.
just
So let me
friends
tell
and
you.
y'all
So
became
let me
one.
tell you
You know
what
what
the
I'm saying?
Lord
Y'all
showed
was.
me. The Lord showed me is what you taught him was how to be in a committed relationship with you without no affection. That's what you taught him for 19
Wow.
months. That's
I
what
don't
you
know
taught
that
him.
relationship.
Because we didn't
I know
kiss,
that.
we did nothing. So
I like
when
to say
somebody
that
asks
too.
me, is sex important? I'm like, hell yeah. Make sure you
I
tell
have a
them
question.
you
Hell
want to
yeah.
I'm glad. I'm so glad we serve a forgiving God.
Can I ask
Go ahead,
a
go ahead.
question?
Yeah, that just wasn't
in
my
a minute.
Yeah.
It's
But it's
Tatiana's turn.
I was gonna say, just to, with the question, I want to stick with what y'all said. Yes, sex is very important in relationships, chemistry wise, everything wise.
all
However,
of it.
I just want to know on a male's perspective, because men complain, I think, a little bit more than women about that. And
We're more vocal.
that's just, I think, yeah, y'all are just more like, I don't know, hunters. Is that what
I
y'all
don't
want
know,
to call it?
Tatiana. I don't know.
I'm thinking the same thing. Like, I don't know about that one.
But what I want to ask
You would not
is,
believe. You would not believe the women who ain't getting none and they upset. It's more than y'all think. I'm telling y'all.
Miss Steema, what I was gonna say was, okay, so then for the men, how many times a week minimal is it important for y'all to get some without feeling like y'all need to go outside of the household?
It's not just the how many times, it's about the interaction. If Seema said, if we swinging from trees, we doing all this, girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hot and sweaty.
But what if you only
You know what I mean?
swinging from the tree once or twice a week? Is that okay?
No.
He said no.
No. If you only swing it, guys base their whole opinion on busting a nut. If that's not what we doing, this is a whole conversation. Why are we doing this? It's a waste of time.
But Jose, the goal is to get there. You need to get there, both of y'all.
Both.
No, I don't get. Getting there for women is easier for men. So, in my experience, because I'm
no. It depends. It depends. For some women, look, and I'm speaking from personal experience.
No, we talking about relationship. If you can't get your woman a nut off, you don't need to have a woman. That's your fault. Dudes don't get that
Listen
same
up,
confidence because
Jose
women
over
can
here
come
acting
multiple
like he
times.
got
You
it,
know what I'm
boy.
saying?
You acting
But if you're
like
not
Yeah,
you
getting that
got it.
multiple time action, that's your fault.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna do. That's just what it is.
Every woman
Go
is
ahead,
different.
Chris.
So once you learn your woman and what she likes, then you'll be able to help her get off per se. But if you don't know her and what she likes, because every woman is different. If you're dealing with that city type girl and she just likes, you know what I'm saying, pop, 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 then you're good. But if you're dealing with a woman who needs to be stimulated more mentally, she likes affection. It's more in depth. It's more passion involved, and you're not that passionate type of dude. You're not going to help her get off. You're going to get yours, and then that's that.
So what I said, I agree with you, bro.
She likes kissing. As you guys are in the act, she likes to be kissed. She likes to feel your tongue. She likes to feel, everyone is different. Like if you're not doing these things to stimulate her, then you're not going to be able to achieve what she needs.
I agree with you, bro. But as a man, you need to know. You need to know if you're not figuring that out in your relationship, you don't even have a relationship. To me, you don't have a relationship. You don't know what get your partner off. That's a stupid relationship. You setting yourself up for failure because you got to know those situations. Like literally, I know for a fact. Never mind, I'm not gonna go there. But I know a couple of facts. You know what I mean? I know what works. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing what works.
It sounds like you know the woman body. Jose.
He's a massage therapist. He good with
I do know the woman body very well. I kind of a professional at this. I gotta do this for a living. But nobody worry about what I do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody worry about what I do. I'm just saying, like, if you don't know, like, you cannot just like have a woman, especially if y'all having sex. Now I know Seema said she did the whole not having sex part, but when she has sex, that guy should know what gets her off. If he doesn't know, he's not doing his job. That's the same thing as paying bills. If you can't pay the bill, say it. Stop. I call guys stupid because guys will never admit when they don't know something. If I don't know how to get you off, I'm gonna ask you. I'm listening, Tatiana. And I hope I'm saying your name right. Is it Tatiana? I know
You
Tatiana.
said my name right. I was just going to say, I don't want to say what I was going to say. Just go ahead. Y'all was going to say something else.
Why you want to say it? Say
it.
It's about busting. It's about It's about something else. It's about the So you need to know. Like I know women who have women talk to me. It's crazy how women talk to me, and it's ridiculous. Women be like, "Yeah, I'm happy with my dude, but he got a small penis." I'm like, well, make him do something else. Like, make him do something else. Or his penis is too big for me. Well, maybe you should tell him. Like, have a real conversation. Women are so afraid of having a real conversation. It just get out there. Like literally, guys are stupid. Men are stupid. And I say that on a loving texture because we operate simply by what we hear and see. We don't care about how you feel if your only aspect, like Chris said, is to get your nut off. I get my nut off in 2 minutes. It takes less than that if I really try. For the opposite
people, he's a massage therapist.
Right. Yeah. For the opposite sex, it may take more time. You know what I'm saying? I can go 2 minutes, I can go 2 hours. It depends on what you want. Everybody don't want 2 hours. Everybody don't want a big penis. Everybody don't want a little penis. This is different. Especially because ain't nobody real today anyway. So you gotta figure out how you get it when you fit in and figure this stuff out.
All right.
The one thing I can agree with what he's saying though is communication.
Communication. Key.
Yes.
I was just saying one thing I can agree with what he's saying is
We're
communication. We're not talking enough about what we need.
100 things.
We're afraid to say, you're a little smaller than I expected. Whatever. I don't know. But we're just not talking. We're not being honest with each other. And a lot of it is, you can't tell a guy that he's small. I mean, it's gonna, What's
Well,
that?
I was gonna
Because
say though,
You gotta
Miss
tell
Seema,
them. You gotta tell people the
so a
truth.
lot of
hey,
women.
Miss Seema, for the future, you have to do the
Mhm.
touch test,
Yes.
even if
The
you make
touch
the
test.
mistake. I just want to put that out there.
Tatiana
Listen,
already
you
know.
know
She said,
already.
You
"Oh,
gotta
you ain't
do
gonna
the
Listen,
surprise
touch
me."
test, Miss
She
Seema.
already
You
know.
cannot
Without
go
without
Miss
going
She
Seema.
already know
into
the
detail,
test.
You can't
without
go
She
going
ain't
Miss
being
into
Seema
surprised when the
without
bedroom
doing
hit.
the touch test, Miss Seema.
Not with the touch
Had
though.
to get hard at least one time in that
listen.
relationship. You had to touch it once now.
Yeah, you got to do it real slick though. Like use your knee or
So
something.
Yeah, you gotta do it real slick.
Yeah, real slick.
Yes.
Ooh, like like if he's helping you something, be like, "Hey, I need some help." And then when he comes behind you, just push back a little bit, see if you can feel something. Or
Oh
you know what
my
I'm saying?
God.
You just gotta be
But
straight for it.
listen,
Go
Trust
go
me,
straight for the
I've
jugular. Go
learned
straight
my
for the jugular.
lesson the
if the lady is
hard
over,
way.
if the
I
lady,
really did.
but
I'm
if,
going
if the
straight for
lady
the
is of a
jugular.
certain age and a certain level of maturity, that then women don't like to have sex anymore anyway after about 50 or 60, right?
Well, I
Seema,
ain't made it that far
can
yet.
you
I
answer
know
that?
women.
No, that's
I
not
know
right.
women that that like just
That is not,
Betty
that
White
is
still
not
my
true.
future. I'm trying to tell you right now.
Well, I would say this, and I'm saying in front of her. I've been with some
Well,
older.
Bishop,
I've been,
I might be the oldest one on here. I'm not sure, but I'll be 51 in a couple of days.
And
In a
she
few
ready to
days,
get
I'll
married.
be 51,
Is she
and
ready?
at 50, we still on schedule.
51.
Looking good.
I'm saying this
Looking good.
I will
respectfully.
be
I thought we was the
51
same
in a
age.
couple of
Yeah,
days.
remember I was about to holler at you, but I got married. I can't do that
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
Seema, you 51, girl. You look good. Respectfully, you look good. You know what I'm saying? 51.
Wow.
51 in a couple of days.
I got an uncle.
Well, I will say this: a lot of older women, though,
I got an uncle.
their sex drive is through the roof. I've been with some older women that I'm like, damn, again. We just they ready. They're like, let's go. So
Wow.
I think it's up to every person is different, but I've noticed that a lot of women, older women, that sex drive is up there.
Moving on.
So the ladies on the panel, is anybody 40 yet? Is anybody 40? Anybody? Ladies? Anybody 40?
Nobody's 40. I
Well,
think
guess
you and
what?
Bishop got it. So
When you hit 40,
you and Bishop got it.
look,
Nobody's 40.
look,
Don't worry
when
about
you
it. I
hit
might be the
40,
oldest in the
when you hit
34. I
40,
might be 34 and the oldest person in the conversation, besides y'all two. Just trying to tell you,
no.
it might be.
But what happens when you
Jose,
But when
go
you
to
hit
bed.
40,
Go to bed, Jose. Go to bed.
What you say,
It
when
ain't
you
Seema?
time to
hit
go to
40,
sleep yet. I got
a
some
woman
other stuff to
sex
do. I
drive,
got an event tomorrow. I'm good. I'm ready.
goes up.
What you
It
say,
goes up.
Seema?
goes up. A woman's sex drive goes up at 40. So
Oh
get
yeah, I
ready.
know. I've dated nothing but
I
older
can't
Okay?
wait till 40. I
My
can't
wife
wait till 40.
36.
I'm trying to age my wife
36.
right now. So her shit turn up. I'm like, where it's coming at? And this is all I'm trying to do.
Okay.
40
then
is
we'll go to
new.
the
40
next
is the new
question
20.
then.
I'm trying to
I need
reach that
another
limit.
question.
I gotta go work out and everything.
All right, guys. So this was a great, amazing
Bishop.
conversation.
Raise the roof.
Chris has some things that he has to do. So I appreciate you guys. This was
I had
some
so
good.
much fun. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This was good.
Look, man,
Oh my God, let's do it again.
But
Yeah.
Do it again.
I didn't even get. I answered. I think I asked like what 6 out of the 15 questions I had. I didn't get to none of the other questions I wanted to
Oh,
ask.
you
don't
went in
wanna
your
go
bag
on
and
the
you was
bang.
trying to get on
Wait a
Chris
minute,
like we was
Amber, you
gonna
don't want to
defend
go
you.
out
Like
with the
Chris
bang. You don't
got
want to go
I
out
got
with
Chris
the
back
banging
today.
question.
got you.
You don't do this together.
Well,
Just
ladies,
playing. Don't shoot me.
I
I
gotta
know you got your
depart,
gun
but I
license.
thank all you ladies for joining on. My sister Jazz, Tatiana. Is it Tatiana or Tatiana?
Tatiana.
Not Tatiana from Minnesota. Seema.
Hey.
Seema, you're up in North Carolina. Happy early birthday.
Mhm.
You're looking very good for about to
Thank
be
you.
51.
Yes.
You know, if I wasn't with Amber, no, I'm just playing.
Don't make me punch you.
I'm just joking.
No, don't do that.
It's a joke. Sheila, you're in no, you're in Virginia. No, you're in the A. That's right, ATL. Jose.
He's in the ATL.
Last but not least, Bishop Anderson. God bless you.
Thanks.
Don't be
Thank you,
sneaking. She just sneezed, y'all.
I told you I didn't feel
She gotta
good.
go over
Listen.
there. Nah, it's her allergies. But yeah, we appreciate you guys coming out. I think she's gonna do a part 2. Then we're gonna do. I'll put it out there now. We're gonna do a married couples edition. So we got a couple of married couples that want to come on, and that's gonna be, that dynamic is different. So for people who are looking to get married, talking to couples who've been together 30, 40, 50 years, it's important.
Well, hit me up, man. I'm on the books. You can call me.
It was
So if you want to be doing a married couple edition, your wife's gonna be on.
I've been married 10 years, been together for 20.
Right, but she's gonna be a part of it.
That's what's up.
I am. That's what I just said. I'm gonna be a part of it.
Yeah, you know we gotta represent.
Just let me know. Send me an email before the day up. I got you.
Well, just give me some time to get married, and then I'll be on the next.
Or do you have a part? So you single?
Nah, she got a dude in the background. That dude in the background like tough. He got Billy built. He ready to fight all of us today. He like ready.
Well, it was nice meeting you guys. It was great chatting with you guys.
Yes, nice meeting you.
Thank
Meeting
you.
you all.
Thank you, Chris. Love you guys. Bye.
Thank you, Christine, for joining us.
Thank you. It was so much fun.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.
Bye, Bishop. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, Bishop.
You